I think the communication touch extremely important problem in a data economy situation, which is the one we are accelerating going on. The free flow of data, free movement of data in the European Union, not to say as well, later on at international level, is a crucial aspect.
We have an important discussion to have with member states and with stakeholders. Everybody is certain that the data economy needs to grow. We need to have a single market for data, but there are questions as to how exactly we achieve that and how much intervention do we need. So we're going to work with the member states, with stakeholders, and of course with the European Parliament in the coming months to identify those issues on free flow of data, but also access and other major issues to make sure that Europe has the strongest data economy in the world.
From our perspective, free flow of data and the data economy is the future for Europe. So we should really spend time talking about it and solve the situation, because as we discussed even today, we cannot afford the startups and the innovation from European Union to be fragmented and actually let our people, which might be new startuppers, dealing with 28 member states, law, regulations, registration and stuff like this.
The economy has fundamentally shifted. People are moving into a gig economy, a freelancing work economy, right? So they're consistently mobile. They're moving from one place to another. So information, if it is siloed in one place, it's very hard for us to service them effectively. And free flow of information from across the borders helps us to provide knowledge, business-based knowledge, to wherever they are, without any restrictions on information.
Many member states have old legislation in place where when we had our file cabinets, archives, this was required that data was stored locally in that country. So we had that for the bookkeeping. So businesses had to keep they still do, for 5 years their data on bookkeeping so that the authorities, notably the tax authorities, are able to access them. So it used to be so that it had to be stored in Denmark, and now we updated that legislation to allow for businesses to store their data wherever they want, as long as the authorities are able to access it. So that would be replacing a data localization requirement or a geographical requirement, so to say, that doesn't really make sense today, with the functional requirement.
What we need right now is actually a regulation, a ban on data localization within Europe. We need to maintain the current level of openness between the member states. And in order to do so, we have enacted GDPR, which is an excellent framework for trust between the member states. If we have the same laws, if we have the same regulation, and we have the same protection of privacy, why can't we have open data flows within Europe?